Okay.
Okay. West Liberty regular city council meeting, February 16th. Councilmember McFerrin and Zacharias and I are here at the library. Dave Smith is joining us on Zoom. The mayor is not available tonight, nor is Robbie Rock. First item of business is the approval of the agenda. Do we have a motion?
Motion to approve the agenda for.
A motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
4-0.
Yep.
Public hearings. The first item is to open the public hearing on the 2021 Police and City Hall Building Improvements Project. Do I have a motion to open the hearing?
No. Second?
A motion and a second to open. All those in favor?
Aye.
Nothing.
Okay.
Are there any public comments? Nobody from the public? No? Have we gotten anything
Not
written?
with regards to the city hall police building project.
Nothing? Okay. All right. A motion to close the public hearing?
Move to close.
A second?
Motion is second to close. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Thank you.
Got it.
The next item is a resolution number 2021-0216-03. A resolution approving the plans and specifications for the 2021 Police and City Hall Building Improvements Project. Motion?
Motion.
Plans and specifications for the 2021 East City Hall Building Project.
I'll take Smith as your second.
This is a roll call vote. Councilmember Smith,
Yes.
Councilmember McFerrin,
Yes.
Councilmember Zacharias.
Yes.
And I am a yes. Passes 4-0. Approval of the consent agenda.
Motion to approve consent agenda.
A motion and a second to approve the consent agenda. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, moving on. Vendor vouchers claims list. We have a vendor voucher claims list in the amount of $288,121.81.
Motion to approve vendor vouchers claims list for 216.1.
Second.
Motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Dave, are you and I on that? On the
Yes.
claim?
Yes.
Okay.
Got it.
I guess I'm gonna allow for discussion. If you have something you want to say, you know to interrupt me. Public comments and or correspondence. We have all received numerous emails, mail, phone calls, and I will just acknowledge and receive and file those. Does anyone have any of the council members have anything else other than the one issue that we're talking about?
Yes, I have a couple things that I need to discuss. I did receive quite a bit, I'm sure as everybody else, in regards to the current issues with the fire department. And then above and beyond that, I received a citizen concerning the snow piling coming out of Heath Manor onto, I think, Miller Street. They said it was difficult to see coming out, so I don't know. I just wanted to pass that on.
They are getting a little high on that, on the driveway corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
on the right of way or whatever. And then somebody else had an issue in regards to having his driveway blocked for a period of time, but I forward that on to city clerk. Also, I had another resident talked to me in regards to landlord notification. I had another resident contact me in regards to alarm that was going off at the water plant, the water municipality plant. I think this is the second time it went off. So she called the after hours phone number. I think they took care of it. And then I just received a email that was forwarded to me in regards to somebody who was in favor of the ATV UTV usage, which I think everybody else got. And then I did want to take a moment to say that I wanted to express for myself that over the weekend, I sort of lost my cool, and I wanted to apologize to Councilmember Zacharias because I wasn't very kind to him. And so I wanted to reach out and say that I'm sorry that I got a little hefty with you. So I apologize about that.
That's it. Well, I just want to reach out to you and to say to you that you went to that meeting of your own will and accord. Therefore, you were part of the job. Going to public comments on correspondence. There's a citizen, Mike Price, is complaining almost daily about the removal of snow in the alley between the railroad tracks and the houses behind the restaurants and all that. A lot of people don't move their cars, so he's asking for some sort of resolution.
Did you need the list of names of people that contacted me? I don't know if you wanted
You
that.
can provide that to me after the meeting,
Oh, okay.
and I'll put that in our record
Okay.
for correspondence. And Councilmember Zacharias
Yes.
and Councilmember McFerrin, I will reach out to Superintendent Adam with regards to concerns about the snow piles. I know with the sub-zero temperatures, freezing, it does make it complicated to move. But I know that they've been working at it, and but I will get more information from him about what the process is or what they're working on. And then likewise, we'll identify with the interim chief Lyra if there is a situation with parking or things that need to be addressed as well. And then I'll provide a follow-up to each of you to address that concern.
Sure.
Dave, did you have anything?
I do have one that I had somebody contact me about sidewalk not being shoveled. Looks like it hasn't been shoveled for quite a while on Fifth and Elm on the corner.
Okay.
And Councilmember Smith, I know they're working to address those as well, but with the frequent snowfall and sub-zero temperatures, we've been a little bit lenient. Again, I'll follow up with interim Chief Lyra tomorrow and just make sure we're not being over lenient with it either, where it would cause someone harm. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, on to new business. Approval to accept and file the fiscal year 19 audit report.
I move to approve.
Second,
Okay, we have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
All right.
Aye.
Did you want any discussion on that?
Do any of you want any discussion on that?
Absolutely.
no, I don't need any, and
No. I've read through all their recommendations and I'm so totally disgusted with them.
unless you feel you want to touch upon a quick
This is
synopsis of what.
Yeah, just as a city clerk, I just wanted to report that we did have a finance committee meeting, and we went through the report thoroughly, and we addressed the comment section, and I will be meeting with interim city manager Elizabeth Hansen, and likewise communicate with the current auditor through Bowman and Miller to address those comments and work on getting those corrected. for future goals with the audit. That was all I wanted to add. I have you had it. So if you don't mind taking another show of hands as to approving it, just to make sure I have it reported correctly.
Okay. Everyone in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, you got all of us?
I got you now.
Okay.
Thank you.
Discussion and appropriate follow-up on an economic development program application for Acapulco Mexican Bakery for 11 North Calhoun Street. They have submitted an application for some improvements. They've done quite a bit already, so this is a fairly small amount. And the mayor and I both have been through it and talked about it, and we have made the recommendation to approve it. Anybody has any questions on it?
So do we just need to motion for
Yes,
approval?
please.
I make a motion to approve the application from Acapulco Bakery.
We have a motion and a second. Any more discussion?
I have Joe on here from We Lead
Yes.
as a director. Joe, did you have anything to add with regards to the application for Acapulco Bakery?
I think it's a great opportunity for the city to focus, and to allow Acapulco to utilize, the grant for what I think it's intended for, which is it's going to add 2 jobs. He's asking for a minimal amount. I think it's just a little over $1,300 for some new equipment. It's gonna add a focus on a focal point downtown. They're gonna have a new ice cream stand, and they're gonna have their own homemade ice cream, which is gonna be unique. It's gonna be a draw for downtown, and I think it fits, ideally what the plan is for the economic grant. So I strongly suggest it, and that's why I helped put the grant together to move forward with it. Again, it adds a couple jobs. It's not a lot, but it's 2 new jobs. It's going to bring in a focal point, and as I know, we don't really have anything that has unique, homemade ice cream that they're going to be serving. So I definitely think it would be a great asset for downtown.
We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 4-0. Thank you. Discussion and appropriate follow-up on economic development program application for WLFE Limited for 115 East 3rd Street.
Motion to approve their program application.
Second.
And a second. We have a motion and a second. Discussion?
And Joe, did you want to follow up on that one as well?
Yeah, this is a great rehabilitation of a building that is in extreme need. It's going to completely renovate the 2nd floor. There'll be some additional information coming out on that as well, but it's going to be a great mixed-use building. It's going to improve the facade. It's going to improve living access to downtown. Overall, it's exactly what the idea behind the grant is in both form and function. It's going to improve the exterior. It's going to improve the interior. It's going to add living space. It's going to add business, rental and availability space on the main level. And again, it's definitely in extreme need from that standpoint, which would most likely fall in the but for, or the project wouldn't happen but for the funding. So I think it's a great program great project to let the program go through on.
Thank you. We have a motion and a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Passes 4-0. Discussion and appropriate follow-up on a new phone system for City Hall and Public Safety Facility. You have that in front of you with the renovations that are going to be done at City Hall. The Building and Grounds Committee met, well, I met. Dave was not available the day we met, so I met. Anyway, we had a chance to look it over, and we feel now we need to upgrade our system, and we've been talking about upgrading our system for a long time. it's gone on for years and years and years about upgrading our system. And so now's the time to do it since we're gonna have the building torn up. And we can go into this voice over internet phone system, fancy technology stuff we're on analog. And so it's time to, I will even agree, it's time to upgrade from analog. So
So is this just going to be the cost per year on the budget impact?
The month, yeah, on a monthly, I think it's broken down for monthly costs,
Oh.
the impact for our billing.
Oh,
And so,
Because you
which
have a-
again, it's minimal over an annual.
annually, that's the dollar amount, that 1,300.
Yes,
is
the annual
and
payment.
what the increase
year.
is gonna be.
We also have the opportunity to reduce other costs that are with the analog system and the equipment repair and labor that we continually see with the antiquated system. It's over 30 years old, and likewise for the phone equipment itself, it's not functioning. Our voicemails are not functioning properly. So this would, not only has a minimal impact for the cost, but at the same time, it will increase our communications efficiency. And if we receive a phone call, it generates an email for voice messaging. So, and with supervisors having that ability to their phones, again, I think it just creates a better line of communication, getting that information to those so we can respond to customers or vendors as needed.
The price is very reasonable. So, yeah. Is there a motion to approve?
Okay, thank you.
second,
We have a motion and a second to approve the new phone system. All those in favor?
aye.
Aye.
I,
Thank you. 4-0. And the next item is the discussion and appropriate follow-up on a cloud computing system for the city. And I'm gonna let somebody else explain this.
So do you want a motion and a second?
Do you want us to have a motion and a second before we discuss it?
I'll make a motion for, I believe you had a recommended to follow staff recommendations to approve the upgrade to a cloud-based system.
I second that.
Okay,
So
now explain it.
yeah, so in brief, with ever-changing technology, there has been, as you know, discussion that our server as well has been in place for over 5 years, and the equipment itself is due to be updated, upgraded. Likewise, there are security risks every day coming about with intrusions and virals, hackers. There's been some news media related to that, recently. So this Encode is the financial software for the city that maintains just that, the financial records, receipting records, utility billing records, and the operations for utility billing. So with all of that said, this would allow us to take the actual equipment costs from a hard server to a cloud-based program through the Tyler Technology, who manages that software. And again, you have some information in your packets that talk about the cybersecurity, the efficiency of the product, and eliminating or reducing the cost to all. Again, we're talking about equipment, and as that equipment becomes aged, it continually costs more and more money to upgrade. So do you have any other questions with that?
So the cost for that is just the one-time fee? Is it, okay.
Yep, and so my recommendation to council, to finance committee first and to council, local option sales tax for the project of 10,000, and then the remaining being divided between the electric, water, and sewer, because those are the primary utilities or the more cost that serves that software. So.
It's in the current budget now.
Yeah. Yep.
Need a motion to approve?
We have a motion and a second. Any more discussion? Any questions? Dave, are you okay?
Yes.
Okay. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right.
Passes 4-0. The next item is to set a date, the date for the work session on February 23rd to review the communications plan, social media policy, and the computer-based systems, salary range with matrix for management and non-management employees. These are the items that we took off of the last agenda because it was getting pretty heavy. I had suggested we meet on the off Tuesday in regards that maybe then our regular Tuesday night wouldn't be as long and late as what we have been. Is that all right with everybody? This would be next Tuesday night. Does that work?
Oh, the 23rd.
The 23rd.
Yeah.
Does that work for you?
What time are you wanting to do that meeting?
We had not set a time. That was up for discussion
I have a parish council meeting at 6.
at 6.
Yeah.
It would have to be later in the evening. I have to work that day.
So
Yeah, I
if
can do
if we
later.
did a regular 7:30 like we do our council meetings, would that work for you, Dave?
Yes.
Carol, would 7:30 work
Yeah.
for you?
We could do
Jose?
something.
All right, so next Tuesday night, the 23rd, a work session. Do we have a motion and a second to approve that
A motion to approve work session
Yeah.
next Tuesday?
at 7:30?
Before you do that, I just have a question for you. Can
Okay.
we add niche fees and regulations to this conversation, or is that too
Okay.
long? And we're ready, staff is ready to talk to you about niche fees and niche regulations.
Oh.
If you are ready for all of that.
Okay, let's put it on there, and
Okay.
if we start getting late and we're tired and grumpy, we'll move on.
Okay.
Well, I think the others are pretty much already,
Set, we've seen them,
Yeah.
yeah, we've had them and seen them,
Okay.
but it's just a matter of a discussion and
Okay.
before they get on the agenda. Did you second that, Jose?
Yes, I did.
Thank you.
And I'll reflect that in the minutes with the addition of the niche fee and regulations.
Yes.
for review.
So we have a motion and a second for a work session next Tuesday, February 23rd at 7:30. All those in favor?
All right.
I,
Aye. Thank you. Okay,
And Leo is on the meeting.
okay, now we're on to reports. Leo, I see you're with us.
Yes, I am. Thank you. All right, I'll give it engineering report. First thing is on Thursday, we have the bid opening for the police and the city hall improvements at 2:00. They had a pre-bid meeting last week. We had 2 or 3 pretty interested contractors, so we'll keep our fingers crossed and get a good bid there. That same day, we plan on doing a kind of a draft meeting on the rate study with staff and the council committee and talking about the storm, the sanitary and the water rates. We've been working hard on all that. We've got some proposals for you and we just need to go through some things. The next thing is the kickoff for the water resiliency. Danny attended that last week. The last thing is at the library. We did have one of our structural engineers go over, and I know that they want to get a scope for a space allocation type of thing. And I don't think our architect has quite got to that, but hopefully next week we'll get to that. And that's all I had for today, unless you have any questions.
Thank you. Interim city manager, do you have anything to add to your report?
I think we're just trying to get a couple of committees together. I think we're gonna try to get the public safety committee to debrief, after last week's meeting. So we'll try to get together. We don't have that scheduled yet. And then we'll just, after that meeting, we'll be able to share with council, maybe in your next packet, next steps for that. Okay. Otherwise, I don't have anything more to add at this time. I'm just gonna tail off the interim city manager, Hanson. I just wanted to, just real quickly, I sent an email out today with regards to the city generating currently right now, due to blackouts in Texas, Nebraska. And so as of right now, we've been generating, I believe, since 3 o'clock yesterday, maybe even a little bit sooner, I apologize. And it appears that we'll continue to be generating tomorrow right now as they continue with the cold weather and the winter weather. It has limited the resources for wind and solar energy. So that has had us then generating, putting more power out into the grid. So I just wanted to follow up quickly. And like I said, I had emailed you the information that came in from our wholesaler with regards to that today. The other thing is that prior to coming to the meeting, Elizabeth and I had finished up going over details for a press release as a follow-up to the community with regards to the questions or information that was out with regards to the fire and the ambulance. And I thank you, council members, for this is your statement. This is information that you provided input on that. So again, we did put that to our social media page. We'll post it to the website, and then we did contact the local paper and the news media that had been in contact with us with those questions. And that is all I have.
Okay. Water sewer superintendent report. Do you have anything to add?
I don't have anything to add, really. I just wanted to comment on the alarm that was discussed earlier. It's a sensor that we have that's malfunctioning, but it's not something that's safe to simply turn off. So we kind of just have to deal with it until we get it replaced. It's a little piece of equipment that costs a lot of money. So I was trying to find other avenues, but looks like it's just going to need replaced. But
Yeah, well, I guess the individual lives across the street, or they live in the neighborhood. And
Yeah.
I guess it's pretty loud, like, apparently, when it goes off.
yeah, it is. And we respond when we get the call, but if we don't get a call about it, then it might stay going off, but it'll be fixed soon enough.
And that did work. That process, the individual did call that, and we saw the report on it today, that the call came in and then it was dispatched to Danny. So that worked perfectly.
Good,
So
good,
thank you.
good, good.
Thank you. Wastewater superintendent report. Got anything to add?
Well, the only thing I have is I did have, the people from Mustang came down and they should be giving me an estimate on the air compressors. So that'll be the third bid on them, getting them pipe fitted. And I'm waiting on Mr. Pribble to come back. He's got a couple things on the information so I can finish my EPA and the state reports that need to be completed on Friday. And other than that, I don't really have anything else.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Parks and Rec.
All I have to add is some equipment came in late today that we will be, I'll be configuring to be located at Elcom for the temporary move to We Lead. And then that equipment then will be moved once construction is done at City Hall. We will then move that into the new IT closet. And that will actually eliminate a couple pieces that are already in our current makeshift IT closet. So we'll actually be down on equipment, less equipment in our IT closet with the new piece that was ordered. And then also Lee, just to give you a heads up, tomorrow at 11 o'clock, meeting Elcom at We Lead to go over where everyone would be situated there.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I don't know.
I don't know. Are we still all together? Must be. Okay. Ally, do you have a library report? Oh,
The,
okay.
yes, the only thing I have to add is that apparently I forgot to finish my sentence in my building and technology section. I did meet with Gene Arnold from B&K, but Leo kind of touched on that already. We're hoping to be able to discuss adding a door from the video game room into the closet in that corner behind you guys. And then we're hoping to be able to add an archway to add some accessibility to the kitchenette. Because I think it's questionably ADA compliant. Other than that, the technology aspect, we're currently looking with Marco Technologies, but we'll probably need to start shopping around for other quotes. And appointment browsing has been going very well in the library. So.
I did forget that several of us from the city attended a joint meeting with the annual or quarterly meeting with West Liberty Foods this last Friday. They are now, is Joe still with us? No.
No.
Joe from We Lead is going to kind of be coordinating that now to invite business owners as well as in the past, it's been the city and West Liberty Foods, but now they're going to open it up to business people to try to have a broader discussion on what's going on in the community. And like I said, that we met last Friday and it will be quarterly. So that'd be a good thing.
Sounds like they want to really bring others into the fold to invite as well.
So anything else that anybody has? No? I make a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second that.
Okay, we have a motion and a second to adjourn. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you. Good night. Thank you, everybody.